Senate on Thursday passed the South-South Development Commission bill, aiming to establish a body responsible for managing funds from the Federation account, donations and grants to address infrastructural deficits, ecological issues, militancy and communal crisis in the region. This bill was sponsored by Senator Asukwa Ekpeong, APC Cross River South, and co-sponsored by senators from the South-South. Additionally, the Senate passed amendments to the acts governing the Northwest, Southeast and Southwest Development Commissions, incorporating provisions for geopolitical representation. The resolutions followed recommendations from the Committee on Special Duties chaired by Senator Kaka Shehu. Yes, National Assembly, Senate passes South-South Development Commission bill. You have seen just a few, because I've mentioned a few of the things that this bill would, carry out, how it's going to benefit the people of the region and all of that. You're a South-South man, you're a resident, You're also a resident of South-South. So let's get your thoughts on this bill.
Okay, for me, I'm yet to see any sharp difference between the South-South Development Commission bill and that of the Niger Delta Development Commission. I'm yet to see a very sharp difference from what has been said by the President or by the Senate. If the South-South Development bill, if the idea behind it is to manage, fund or allocation from the Federation account and all of that, what was the function of NDDC? I think the problem there is management. Is management and monitoring. Ensure that what this particular parastatals or commission has been mandated to do are being done by the relevant personnel manning those parastatals. Now, one of the confusion or problem I have with the new bill that has just been established is the name. Is the name, the nomenclature.
The name?
Yes, the name, the South-South. Whereas the other one is Niger Delta. How do we reconcile this? How do we reconcile? Because I know that Niger Delta is made up of about 9 states, and then we now have the South-South. So the other 3 states that are now being excluded, or that ideally will be excluded from the South-South Development Commission bill, where would those particular, those states, where are they going to fall in? Where are we going to categorize them? So we still need, there is a lot to be released to the public so that we understand what this bill is all about and what it tends to achieve. If you ask me, I want to believe that the idea behind this bill is majorly political. It has higher level of political undertone and interest rather than focusing on the masses. Because if the masses were to be all the supposed beneficiaries are to be the target, then it would have, fine-tuned internally the NDDC and then not to change the name. So,
but people have been calling for the scrap of the NDDC. People have been saying a lot about the NDDC not giving what it was intended for.
Yeah, if you're scrapping NDDC, that should be done. But remember, there was a statement.
Agree with that?
Yeah, there was a statement that NDDC is still there. That's my problem. That NDDC has not been scrapped. So why bring in the South-South Development Commission that will now oversee? They said it's a regional-based stuff that will now oversee the activities of NDDC. That's like, for me, that's like a duplication of responsibility, which I know in no distant time will also cause internal crisis and even generate, because the implication of this, from what I perceive, if at the end of the day, the resources that are supposed to be used to develop the Niger Delta is no longer coming the way it should flow in because of this particular bill that has now been established, believe me, we're going to have some form of agitation and all of that. And it may, in turn, increase the insecurity in the region. So this should be properly fine-tuned and let the parastatal, let those involved, let the zone, let the region understand what this particular new commission tends to.
So the problem is not that this is being created. The problem is that there's no understanding of the intention. That's what you're saying.
Yes, for me, that is the major problem.
But you already talked about the fact that it's looking like a duplication.
Yeah, it's looking like a duplication from my own assessment and perception. still boils down to the issue of understanding, because it's not yet clear enough. But I don't want to believe that President Tinubu's administration at this particular point in time will want to, duplicate ministry or agencies or commission going by what the economy is already, what Nigerians are already passing through. So that's my own personal assessment or perception.
With what is going on in the South, and all of these commissions and these parastatals that have been set up to, solve some of these issues in the South, probably because of the agitations that were there before and all of that, we're still having the issues. We're still having the cases of communities
insecurity, kidnapping,
not even seeing power for years. We're having, like you have said, insecurity. We're having cases of communities not benefiting from
basic social amenities.
They're not even benefiting from the companies that are in their communities, contrary to the MOU that was signed. Probably those companies and all of when they get to look at the PIA, the provision of the PIA and all of these things are still not being met. Yet we have this, we have that commission, we have this agency.
You see, Annie,
all of this set up for the Niger Delta and the South.
That's the reason you hear or see some persons agitating that the commission should be scrapped. That's the reason. The issue of greed has eaten into our system up to the extent that even people are ready to allow a particular system or community or a people to be consumed.
Greed on whose side now?
The leadership. Those managing the affairs. This is a commission that has been set up, and people has been assigned to oversee or to manage the resources, earmarked for to run that particular commission. How effective? How are these people using the resources? And some of our people too, some of our governors, the states that fall, that's the Niger Delta Development Commission states that belong to the Niger Delta zone. How effective are the governments, the state government? What's their synergy? What's their partnership? How are they also ensuring that the resources are being judiciously utilized? So many things goes behind the scenes. So many things happens underground. For instance, for the past 1 year or 2 years, in my own area, in our state here, you see the project that NDDC has been embarking upon. Electrification project, solar light system, solar project. And some of the places where they put this solar light, you'll be asking yourself, did they carry out kind of research, to ascertain what the people want?
Wow.
For you to do a development project, you should employ bottom-top approach. You don't stay in the office and then, come up with a particular project that will benefit those that are to execute it rather than the beneficiaries. And then you come to the ground and say, we are running solar system for you people, whereas the people have major road network problem, which also fall within the ambit or jurisdiction of the commission to handle. And then people are asking questions. So that is the problem. Those that are in charge of this commission, especially the NDDC, they have not been living or operating up to expectation. And when you see people lament, when people agitate that the NDDC should be scrapped, it's simply because what the commission was designed to accomplish or to implement or carry out, the people are not seeing it. And rather you see exorbitant, the quotation, the kind of money you hear that they usually release for certain projects, you begin to ask yourself, where are the projects? Where are the projects? I've also been involved in one, as a community liaison officer, one NDDC project. I saw and I was able to, see some things that goes on, how the quotations are being made and how the cuttings are being done before the thing will finally get to the contractor, and you see the contractor lamenting on the field. So that is the problem.
So
not that the idea behind NDDC is bad. It's not bad, but to those manning it. And that is why we keep advocating for good leadership, good governance. If the system is not working, then those that makes the appointment should be able to, as quickly as possible, reshuffle and change the system. Don't allow the people to die. Don't allow resources to be wasted, before the reshuffling will take place.
We'll talk about the reshuffling of the system and the changes that you have clamored for or that you have recommended. Do we have Kenneth back online?
Yes.
All right, Kenneth, welcome again.
Thank you.
I don't know how long you have been with us. If you have heard the conversation that we're talking about currently, we're talking about the Senate passing the South-South Development Commission bill. And I'd like to get your thoughts on this one.
Okay, the commission bill, South-South Development Commission bill, according to what the speculation is that they want it to really get down to all the regions. So many talks have been like what the guest there is talking about, that if they actually do something for the region, it should be other regions should at least feel that sense of belonging, feel that, okay, we are part of Nigeria, we are one Nigeria, we are really getting the dividends of democracy, we are really feeling it, and everything should be made transparent. Okay, before now, when we got to this topic, we are thinking about using the security personnel of the ministers and all that. My take there that it is not necessarily doing that. It's good, but there is something, like he said, from bottom top. We should not treat these things at the surface level. We should go deeper. The citizens need to feel safe. You can get all the security personnel, you can reduce them, you can get all these things, but if they don't feel safe, then I don't think we have actually done much. Everything boils down to character, to honesty, transparency. So, and all these things will not lead to good development, something substantial. It's a good one, but let's just watch. I believe that with this, all the regions, not only South-South, we cannot get other regions to actually feel, okay, we are part of this country, part of what is happening in Nigeria.